How's it going, guys? Welcome to episode 3 of Ritual to a Mirror. Let's start this episode off by checking our sales. So we've got 11 Divines and a bunch of Chaos here. We check the sales history. We sold that Righteous Fire Scepter, 2 of the Ghastly Eyes, and a bunch of jewels. Now I wish you could actually just hover over these and it would tell you what sort of mods the item had. Hopefully GGG add that in the future, but for now we have to try and remember what each and every item was. And that's taking us up to 51 Divines, 2,540 Chaos. So what I'm going to do now is buy a bunch of Scarabs and we're going to go back to Ritual. Right, so I need to farm some more blood-filled vessels. So in the meantime, I've got Domination Scarabs in here. These give us 2 additional shrines, which just give more monsters for our rituals. Okay, let's see what we get from our first ritual. Perfect Hydra, that is 155 Chaos. Very nice. Not bad for the first ritual of the day. We'll have Max Energy Shield Jewel, Max Life Jewel, and there's nothing else, so we'll take the currency. And we're done. Okay, so we have an enhanced support. This isn't worth too much. It's like 10C right now. I've got enough tribute, so I'll buy it. And there's nothing I want here, so we'll take the cheap currency again. We take this medium cluster. Max Life Jewel. And there's nothing else, so we take the cheap currency. Okay, well that's a good fracture for this ring, but it's not a high tier, so it's not worth taking. An Omen of Brilliance. A Moroi Erki, whatever you say that. It's been such a long time since I've used this weapon. How much is it worth? Pretty sure it's a tier 0, isn't it? Yeah, it's 200 Chaos, 2 divs. Nice. Yeah, I haven't used that since Prophecy League. I think it was an Earthquake build. Okay, well, we might as well take some cheap currency here instead of refreshing. Right, let's get out of here. Okay, well, we didn't really get anything this time around, so we'll take the Eye of Malice to Corrupt, and a bunch of cheap currency. Omen of Amelioration, another Omen of Amelioration, Max Troll Energy Shield, and let's get out of here. Max Life Jewel, and we'll take the cluster. Okay, well that's actually a good fracture, we can craft that for the Adorned. You do want 8%, not 7, but they'll be fine. And again, there's nothing I really want, so we'll take the cheaper currency. Right, let's go. Life Jewel, an Omen of Brilliance, an Omen of a Jeweler, another Omen of a Jeweler. That's a decent jewel, we should be able to sell it. And we'll buy some cheaper robes. Right, let's get out of here. 9 of the Patient card. Much of those. 9 Chaos each, so 5 by 9, that's 45 Chaos. So we'll take that. Oh, there's another Kyra Blythe. Take this 3 Rays of a 7th Sun, it's like 3 Chaos. And we don't need any of those. Hey, another Perfect Guardian Turtle. They still 390? 4 divs, they've actually gone up a little bit. Alright, well there's nothing else here, so we take the cheaper robes and we'll leave. Don't know why I took those div cards, they are useless. So we'll throw those on the floor and let's get out of here. That's a decent amethyst ring, so we'll take that. That's 55 chaos res on that thing. Okay, well that's everything, we'll take the cheap stuff and leave. Alright, let's get out of here. Another Omen of Amelioration. I guess we'll take the Al-Hazmin map as well. Another Amelioration. And that's it for this ritual. So we'll take the Annulment, even though it's really bad offer. And Splinter. And some other stuff. Life Jewel. Right, well there's nothing else that I want, so let's buy the cheap stuff and leave. Okay, well that's an interesting amulet. Sadly that all attribute is low. But yeah, it's a pretty solid amulet for casters. Let's price check it. The guy wants a divine, but it's been listed 7 days ago. We'll see. I'll take it. An Omen of Amelioration. 6% fire damage over time multiplier as a fracture. Sadly, it's not 8%, but should still sell for something. 25C. Might be worth crafting as well. 3 damage over time, max life, max cold res. It's a pretty solid jewel. That's worth an Exalt Slam. Is that like a divine? Let's have a look here. 4 divs. I mean, it's been listed 5 days ago, so it's probably more like 2 or 3. But yeah, we'll Exalt Slam that. If we hit fire over time or something, it'll be really good. And yeah, let's play some cheap stuff and leave. Right, let's go. It's life jewel. 8 passive cold damage jewel, which we can craft. That thing has a lot of decks on it. Okay, we'll take it and try selling it. Don't know what it'll sell for. It's at least 20 chaos anyway. And we're going to take the cheap items. Max life jewel. Plus 4 intelligence implicit on a synth cobalt jewel. Yeah, it's worth taking, I reckon. I can't price check it here, it doesn't show up. And we'll take the cheap currency again. Energy shield jewel. A normal guardian turtle. Got another enhanced jewel. We'll take the small cluster. And we'll take the cheap stuff. We'll take the 5 chaos. And an amelioration again. Take the 20 alterations. And we'll take the cheap stuff. Right, let's go. There's an omen of a jewel. Max energy shield. Fire damage to burning enemies. How much is that? Put 20 chaos on this base. Take him. We'll take the cheap stuff. Max energy shield. Might be able to get a few chaos for that. Okay, well there's nothing I want yet, so we take the cheap orbs. Okay, well I'm going to buy an Exalt Orb to Exalt Orb Jewel. Crit multi with 200 melee weapons. Not really what we wanted there. But it's still fine. And we'll corrupt this helmet. Didn't get anything. Okay, let's go sell our stuff. Right, well I was supposed to go back to work today, but I feel like shit. So we're playing some more PoE. Let's go claim our sales. Got a lot of chaos from that. I'll have to put it in the stash because we got more to claim from our shop. As you can see, we've got 8 divines and a metric shitload of chaos orbs. Right, let's go buy some more supplies and get back to farming. Okay, we got a perfect Hydra. Let's take that. What's that, like 3 divs? Yep, it's 3 divs. Okay, well there's nothing else I want, so I'll take some of these cheaper currencies. And that Exalted Orb, I guess. Alright, let's go. Okay, we've got a Prime Chaotic Resonator. I guess we can take this medium cluster as well. We've got an Omen of Brilliance. Okay, we'll take some cheaper currency and leave. Right, let's get over here. 12 passive chaos damage jewel. I guess we'll take that. See if we can craft in something. Max life elemental damage as the implicit for a synth ring. Yeah, let's take that. Okay, well there's nothing else. We take the cheap currency and leave. Okay, let's go. Nice, we got a divine. And there's nothing else, so we take the cheap stuff. Okay, let's go. Okay, well there's nothing that I want, so I'm going to take this black flame and some cheap currency. Okay, let's get out of here. Got a perfect Thunderbird. I don't think it's too much. Probably like 10 chaos, 15. 15, 17. We'll take it. I'll also take the 10 chaos because we got 32k tribute. We'll take the 3 free faces in the dark cards. And we don't really want this stuff, so we'll take the currency and this map. And let's go. Okay, we'll take this Vol's Vision to corrupt. And there's nothing else, so we take the cheap currency. And we're done. Let's quickly corrupt it so we don't have to wait. And it bricked. Well, we got our first stack of 5 divine orbs. Might be able to sell that jewel for like 20 chaos or a bit more maybe. We'll pick that up. Max energy shield jewel. Okay, well that bow has a lot of fizz on it. I could craft attack speed on it and maybe exalt slam it. And let's just take cheaper stuff. Right, let's get out of here. Okay, so we got another nameless shrine here. And another perfect hydra. Lovely 3 divines. So we'll pick that up and we're going to defer up. That is unfortunate. You can tell my brain is fried right now. Right, we're going to defer the audience of the king. Defer the other audience of the king. Defer another audience of the king. And another one. And another one. And we'll buy the most expensive one. And the second most expensive one. Got max life on the jewel. Pick up the cheap audience right now. So defer this red one. Max the S jewel. We just found another audience. So let's defer that one. We've got a divine, which I'm going to pick up. I've got an omen of amelioration as well. We'll defer these 3. Okay, so we'll pick up the audience. And we'll take some chaos. Alright, let's go. We'll pick up this audience. An omen of brilliance. I'll take this other audience as well. Dex and in, life, mana. Sun duration isn't that great. But the other 3 should be good, so... Well, usable, not good. So yeah, we'll pick that up to sell. And there's nothing else, so we take the cheap stuff. And let's get out of here. Harvest Scarab of Dublin. We'll take the escape cards. How much are they going for right now? Apparently only 3 chaos, but we'll pick them up for 2.7k. Line cold res, attack speed, increase armor, and max life. Maybe able to sell this? 2 in the market, 75 chaos and 100 chaos. Yeah, we'll pick it up. And we don't really want any of the other stuff, so we'll pick up all the cheap stuff and leave. Okay, let's get out of here. Energy shield jewel. Another max energy shield jewel. Omen of amelioration. Okay, so we're going to pick up these 13 alterations, or the div cards for them. And some cheap currency, because there's nothing else we can get here. Okay, let's leave. Max life jewel. Another perfect Thunderbird, which is like 15 chaos. Alright, it's max roll life. It's got fizz as extra fire damage. If you haven't had the crit recently. It's got added lightning damage with bow attacks and added cold damage. So yeah, we'll pick that up and try selling it. And we'll take the cheap currency and leave. Okay, let's go. A normal Hydra. It's only about 20 chaos, but we'll still pick it up. We've got a Prime Chaotic Resonator. Okay, we'll take the cheap currency. And we'll leave. Got another normal Hydra. Some free Mitstiv cards. It's a Cosprey's Malice, but that's not really worth anything, I don't think. No, it's only 9 chaos. Got an Omen of Brilliance. And let's buy the cheaper stuff. Okay, let's get out of here. Got some crit strike chance against shocked enemy gloves. We get this blueprint. It's worth like 10 chaos, I think. Okay, so these Nexus gloves are pretty interesting. It's got tier 2 dex, tier 1 life, tier 3 mana, tier 1 chaos res, and it's got, I think that's tier 1 as well. Yeah, tier 1 fizz, attack damage leeches life. And then you've also got the Nexus glove implicit, obviously. And it's also got an open prefix. We can craft something onto it. So we'll pick them up for 1.9k. And there's nothing else, so we'll take the cheaper stuff. And that's us done. Oh, got another perfect guardian turtle. Basal 4 divs. An omen of amelioration. And now we'll take the cheaper stuff. And we're done. I've been sat here for 10 minutes and it still hasn't loaded. I don't know what's going on with the load times right now. It's been over an hour and I'm still stuck in the loading screen. I've verified the integrity of the game files. I've done other stuff. It's just not working. So, I don't know what to do. Okay, so we can play again. I had to change my hideout because for some reason the game wouldn't load my hideout. So, yeah, I changed it and it's working again. So, let's go finish these maps off, I guess. Got a max life jewel, another max life jewel, Another max life jewel. And there's nothing else I want, so we take all the cheap stuff. And let's leave. Alright, let's go sell our stuff. Okay, so let's lazy craft these medium jewels. So essentially what you want to do with these things is just alchemy them, or you can use noble binding. And just look for two name modifiers on here. Like here we have Circling Oblivion and Eldritch Inspiration. So we price check that. It's 10 chaos. And we just do the same for all of them. Probably the laziest and most easy crafting you can do. There we go. I was going to use an Exalted Orb on this one because it's with 1 Divine. We've got Dexterity, which is pretty good. If we price check this again with a Dex. I want 2 divs for it. Okay, well I was going to explain how you craft these 12 passive jewels, but this one's already fine to sell. Basically all you're looking for is that passive skills have 25% increased effect, or 35% if it's an item level 84 base. And then you want resistance, armor, life, energy shield, and like attributes, things like that. So in this case we got all elemental rares, fire rares, and armor. It's also right, it's not the best, you know, it's like tier 3 and tier 2 stuff. But someone might buy it. I price check it real quick. See, people want like a divine for it. I'm gonna list it for 100 chaos, so hopefully it sells. Let's claim our sales. So one of our hydras there. Okay, our case is actually filling up, so we need to convert that into divines as well. Just got a couple of sales as well. We sold a normal hydra and a blueprint. Right, let's go buy some more scarabs and get back to mapping again. Okay, well we got another 4 divs from our perfect guardian turtle. I'm gonna pick up some more scarabs as well, because we don't have any blood-filled vessels, which we'll also need to buy more of. Right, let's get back to farming. Okay, so we got absolutely nothing from this ritual, so we'll just take the cheaper stuff and leave. Right, let's get out of here. And we're back to being stuck in the loading screen again. I don't know what is going on in this game today, man. Prime Chaotic Resonator? Might be able to sell that. And there's nothing else. Let's get out of here. Got an Omen of Brilliance. Max Energy Shield Jolt. We'll take these chromatics as well. And we'll take the cheap stuff. And map's done. We'll take this one to Exalt Slam. Some black oils. Max Energy Shield. We got a Divine Orb. And a Max Life Jewel. And there's nothing else I really want, so we'll take the cheap stuff. Okay, let's go. It's kind of low life, but I might be able to sell that. Max Energy Shield. And there's nothing else here, so we take the cheap stuff. And let's go. Let's take these scout cards. And I don't want anything else, so cheap stuff it is. And we're done. An Omen of Brilliance. On the final page we have an Omen. Oh, an Omen. We have an audience with a king. And there's nothing else. We're going to take cheap currency. And we're going to leave. Almost forgot to claim our blood-filled vessel. We'll take this free synthesis ring. Max Energy Shield Jolt. An Omen of Brilliance. And nothing else. Okay, let's go. An Omen of Amelioration. We'll take their chromatic orbs. Okay, well there's nothing else here, so cheap stuff and we leave. Right, let's go. Okay, so we got another nameless altar. We'll take the perfect marionette and defer. Okay, we'll defer the last one. And we'll buy as many as we can buy. There we go. Just buy the cheapest audience. We'll defer that one.
Well, this is a pretty good duel. We've got increased damage over time multiplier, fire damage, and chance of block damage. Sadly, it's while dual wielding, not with a shield, but it should be pretty good still. Apparently not. It's only 20 KOs. I thought it would have been a bit more than that. We'll still pick it up though. We'll defer this one. Okay, well, we'll buy the cheap one and we'll re-roll. Okay, so we're going to defer the audience. And we're going to pick up 2 of the patient cards. And we'll just take cheap stuff. And let's go. Okay, so we got absolutely nothing this run. So we're going to go grab some cheap stuff and leave. Okay, let's go. Let's just take this audience, I guess. Okay, let's take the cheap currency and leave. And let's go. Another audience for King. We'll defer it for now. Defer it again. Got a Horn Scarab of Nemesis. We'll take this one and Exalt Slam it. Max DS. Okay, let's take the Audience for King and the Omen of Blanching. And now we'll take cheap stuff. Okay. Let's quickly grab the Bloodfilled Vessel as well. And let's leave. Well, we got nothing at the currency shrine. We'll take all the cheap stuff and go. Okay, let's go. We'll take the Chaotic Disposition. Take the Scarab of Abundance. Max Life Jewel. Max CS Jewel. Max Life Jewel. Let's defer the Chaotic Resonator. Guess we'll take this Synthesized Lion Pelt with the +1 to Socketed Aura Gems. And we'll take the Synthesized Ghastly Eye with ES. We'll probably just sell it as is. And that's us. Let's pick up the Chaotic Resonator. And there's nothing I want here, so we'll take the cheap currency. Let's get out of here. Got an Omen of Brilliance. I guess we'll pick up this 12 passive increased elemental damage duel. Max CS duel. And we take cheap stuff again. And let's go. We'll take this medium cluster. We'll take this scepter. We'll take this one as well. It's got +1 level of all spell skills. Very high spell crit. And tier 2 lightning damage to spells. And chance of shock. Max life jolt. And there's nothing else I want, so we take cheap stuff again. Alright, let's go. Take Chaotic Disposition. And we'll take the 20 Orbs of Alteration. Okay, let's pick up this Queen of the Forest. Take the Hateful Accuser. And I don't want any of that stuff. Okay, let's claim our sales and purchases. Got 3 divs and 25C. From our Incubator, Hydra, and a Perfect Hydra. We also bought our 27 Divines. So now we've got 104 divs and 66 Chaos. What I'm going to do with Queen of the Forest is try and 6-link corrupt it. So yeah, let's go try that out. Okay, now we need to 5-link it. That didn't take too long. And now we have to corrupt it and hopefully get a good implicit and not brick the item. And we bricked the item. Oh well. Okay, so I'm going to go take a rest for a little bit. So I'll go sell the stuff before I go do that. Let's claim our div cards. Okay, and that's all our div cards done. Let's go claim our currency. Check the sales history real quick. We sold one of our crystal belts at the lower price, and that one from, I think it's one div. And we sold a couple of cheaper items. Okay, so let's go craft this large cluster jewel. This one's a chaos damage jewel, and we're going to do the whole alt spam method. We're obviously looking for 3 different name passives here. Okay, how much are these 3? Only 30 chaos. Right, let's try again. I want something a bit more expensive than that. Okay, I'm out of alteration orbs. Let's go buy some more. Okay, the alts have bought. Let's try that again. I don't think that's worth anything. Nope, it's not. Right, Unspeakable Gifts is a very rare mod. We'll try to annul to keep it. And augment. Let's buy another annul. Or a few, actually. Okay, our nulls have bought. Please don't brick. Of course it bricked. Okay, so we've got Dark Ideation here. Let's try nulling the fire resistance off. Get regen off. Nope. Right, well we didn't really get anything, so let's go buy some alchemy orbs and some scours, and we're going to try the lazy method. Right, so whilst that's buying, let's get 2 exalted orbs. Try that again. Get 2 exalted orbs. Pay 18 for 2. What we're going to do is craft the scepters we found and the bow. So on this one, we want fire damage over time. Price check that real quick. It's one for 3 divs, so we'll list it for 2, lower it to 1 if it doesn't sell. For this one, we're going to put on... let's have a look, yeah. We'll do the spell damage and gain % of non-chaos damage as extra chaos damage. And for the bow, we'll get attack speed. Now this thing has 712 fizz damage. And it's about 50 chaos, but it does have move speed on it too. And an open suffix. So maybe I'll exalt slam it, I guess. Let's go do that then. And we'll wait for that to buy. Right, well we bought the exalt, so let's slam it. And we got stun duration, which is completely useless. But what we're going to do now is use the blacksmith whetstone, and we're going to quality it up. Do the same on these scepters, you know, it doesn't really matter for those. Also, I don't think I price checked this one. So let's do that real quick. Yeah, I don't think it's worth that much, but you know, might get a few divines for it. Yeah, I'll go list those and I'll be right back. A slight change of plan. This has an open suffix and I want to slam it, so we're going to buy another exalt. Please give me something good. We've got mana regenerate. It's only tier 5, but it's fine. Anyway, we got our scourings and our alks, so we can go back to crafting that jewel. Right, let's get back to crafting this thing. Which is this one worth? It's got touch of cruelty, sadly. Yeah, it's not worth anything. You've got touch of cruelty again. Right, well at least this one's worth 3 divs. So yeah, I'm giving up. I'm leaving it at that. It's probably the best we're going to get. And the unspeakable gifts carried the value of that. So what we're going to do is exalt slam it and then sell it. Hopefully we get a good mod here. Okay, that's pretty good. Attack and cast speed with chaos skills. Let's price check it again. Still only 3 divs for it, but hey, that's fine. Right, well I have a lot of these jewels here, so I'm going to go craft them, and I'm not going to like stop at every single one. I'll finish crafting them and show you what we get. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is put these bar jewels in this new tab I've got, just to store them. Maybe I'll craft them later or something. So we'll throw all those bad ones in there. Now these are the really good ones. We did get this one here, which is pretty expensive. As you can see, the price is 4 divines for this jewel, and that's without an extra mod. We need to exalt slam every single one of these. So now we need to go buy 12 exalts. So let's go do that. Okay, let's go. Right, so here's the breakdown. We got 4 here, which are between 30 and 50 chaos. These I haven't been able to really price check because there's none on the market. They're probably not worth all that much. Then we have this one, which is one on the market, but I think it's overpriced. This guy wants 8 divine trip. I'll probably be asking like 2 or 3. If it doesn't sell, I'll lower it. Then we have our Righteous Fire Jewel. It did roll spell damage whilst dual wielding, but I don't know if Righteous Fire people are dual wielding or not. I haven't looked into that build in a very long time. Last time I checked, it was a shield people were using, but I don't know. And the price in this, there isn't actually one for dual wielding here, as you can see. So I'll probably end up just selling it with these 3 modifiers, or the price of these 3 modifiers here. So I'll be trying to get maybe 4 divs for it, 3-4 divs. And lastly we have this jewel, which is 250 chaos, at least that's what this guy wants. And again, if it doesn't sell for that, I'll just lower it. But yeah, I'll try again at least a divine for it. Okay, so update on this jewel. There are some people that play dual wield Righteous Fire, so we should be able to get a bit more for this jewel. The other 2 jewels on the market actually didn't have a good 4th modifier. Like, they didn't work with damage over time multiplier or fire damage over time multiplier. So I'm going to price this at 10 divs. It's a bit expensive, but if it doesn't sell, I can just lower it over time. Yeah, since it's for a niche playstyle, it might actually sell for a bit more. Okay, well, we sold one of our lazy crafted medium cluster jewels. Anyway, what we're going to go do now is buy some more maps and scarabs, and we're going to go back to mapping. Divine Orb straight off the bat. And there's nothing else worth taking. Let's get out of here. And there's nothing that we actually want in this ritual, so we'll take cheap stuff and leave. Okay, let's go. Okay, so we've got another nameless altar. A defer the audience. I'm going to keep doing that every single time. Sadly, it's only an imperfect guardian turtle, so we'll ignore it. Press wrong button, my bad. Alright, let's take some audiences. I'll take this perfect forest warrior as well. Normally wouldn't bother with these guys, they're not worth anything really. Yeah, like 7 chaos. So yeah, let's get out of here. We'll defer the audience here. Okay, so we'll take this Crimson Jewel with a 16 to Dex as a fracture. Got a Divine Orb. Max the S Jewel. We'll take the most expensive audience and we'll pick up some cheap stuff. And let's leave. Let's take the Obscurantis to Corrupt. We'll pick up the audience for the King. Take the 5 chaos. Take the alterations. Take the 20 alterations. I guess we'll take the Wrath cards as well. And we didn't get anything good on the last page, so we'll just take the 10 Regals, and the Chaos, and the Gem Cutters, and some cheaper stuff as well. And let's go. Alright, let's corrupt this helmet. Go cold damage Lisa's life. Not gonna be worth anything. Yeah, so I was worthless. Got another Divine Orb, and an Omen of Brilliance. Got a 10% to Global Crit Strike Multi as a fracture on a Search and Eye Jewel. Let's price check that real quick. I think that guy might have underpriced it for 40 chaos there. Pretty sure that is actually worth like 2 divs, so we'll pick that up. It's 9% Global Crit Strike Multi on the Crimson Jewel. It's only a couple of chaos, but it's only 1000 tribute, so we'll pick it up. Okay, there's nothing else worthwhile, so we take the cheaper stuff. Let's go. Got another Nameless Shrine, and we got a Forest Tiger. Sadly, it's a normal Forest Tiger, and it's only worth 20 chaos. Feels bad, man. For the audience, and we're going to ignore that Forest Tiger. Okay, so we've got a perfect Spirit of Fortune here. Now if we price check this, you see it's worth almost the same amount as that Forest Tiger, but it's only 1000 tribute, so we'll pick that up. Got a perfect Hydra, that's another 3 divines. We defer the other audience as well, defer another audience. We defer the final audience. And we'll buy the most expensive ones. Let's go. Max Energy Shield Jolt. Get the cheap audience. Defer this audience. Max Life Jolt. Max ES Jolt. Defer this audience. Okay, so we'll pick up this one with +1 to level of all spell skill gems. Spell crit. Spell fire damage. Or fire damage to spell, sorry. And just spell damage. It's not a very good one, but we might be able to sell it. We'll also pick up this 4.2k audience. And we'll refresh. Okay, so we'll take the audience of a king, and we're going to take these chaos orbs and other cheap currency. And now we're going to leave. Take the 3 fortunate cards. Take the 3 black oils. And there's nothing else I really want here, so we'll take the cheap currency and leave. Alright, let's go. We'll take this jewel, be worth Exalt Slamming. Okay, so we got a good jewel here. We got increased max life, strength, global crit multi, and chance to block spell damage while dual wielding. And it's got reduced poison duration as a corruption implicit, so it's not too bad. We price check that real quick. 1 divine. There's none with this block spell damage while dual wielding, so we should get a couple of divs for that. We'll take the alterations. Take the prime chaotic resonator. Nothing else is worthwhile, so we take the cheap stuff. Okay, let's get out of here. Let's quickly Exalt Slam this jewel. I mean, it's not really ideal, but could work out. It's none on the market. Hey, I'll try and get like a div for it. If it was a bad ritual, we'll take the cheaper stuff and leave. Guess we'll take this Will Clash as well to corrupt. Alright, let's go. Alright, let's corrupt this helmet. And we didn't get anything good. Got an Omen of Brilliance. Max the Astral. Alright, well there's nothing else, so we'll take the cheap stuff and leave. Okay, let's go. We got absolutely nothing this run. So we'll take the cheap stuff and get out of here. Okay, let's go. Okay, so we'll pick up this crit multi-jolt. It's got 3 different crit multi-stats. And it's got 12% increased melee damage on top of that. So let's take that. I guess we can Exalt Slam this jewel. It's got increased damage over time with a 2-handed weapon and increased damage if you've killed recently. As well as a tier 2 mana fracture. Get a perfect dark marionette. A divination scarab of a cloister. And we'll take the cheap currency. Alright, let's go. Okay, let's Exalt this jewel. Dex is fine, I guess. There's none on the market with that. So yeah, I'll sell it for maybe 1 div. Lower it if don't sell. Got a max life jolt. Got another forest tiger. Sadly, it's a normal one. Again, it's only 20 chaos. I guess I can defer it. You'll take the horn scarab of a nemesis. And there's nothing else good here, so I'll take the currency. Right, let's go. Okay, we'll take this Redeemer map. Prime Chaotic Resonator. We'll defer the Forest Tiger. We'll take this Cobalt Jewel and we'll try crafting something for the Adorned with it. Okay, well there's nothing good here, so we're going to take the Forest Tiger and the cheap currency. Right, let's go. We have another jewel here, which is worth Exalt Slamming. Max the Estral. Okay, well I don't really want any of this stuff, so I'm going to be taking the Ancient Orb. And we will Val this Kitava's first, I guess. Grab that and hopefully get Power Charge or something. And the cheap currency, obviously. Right, let's go. Okay, let's Exalt Slam this jewel. Reduce Ignite duration is not that good. And we're going to Val this Kitava's first. And it bricked. Oh well. Okay, so we got another Divine. A single Patient card. And there's nothing else, so let's take the cheap currency and leave. And we're done. Okay, so we got another Nameless Ritual. Defer our audience. That Perfect Hydra. Defer this audience. We'll defer this Perfect Judgmental Spirit and the audience. Defer the audience again. The Perfect Guardian Turtle. Some more money. We're going to defer the audience and this normal Hydra. Defer this audience. And we're going to buy the audiences that are most expensive. So that's like what? 7... About 8 divs? 9 divs? So that's a pretty solid ritual. Okay, so we've got another audience here, which we're going to defer. We're going to defer the Perfect Judgmental Spirit and the Hydra. And this audience. Okay, we'll take this Hydra. Okay, so we've got a Divine and an Omen of Brilliance. Okay, let's take the Audience and the other Audience. And we'll take these Binding Orbs and let's get out of here. Okay, so we got some sales. Check the sales history. We sold a couple of maps, some gloves, and some jewels. So let's go resupply and get back to Ritual, and then we'll end the video. Okay, so instead of farming my own blood-filled vessels, I'm going to start buying them. They're 10 chaos each, so it's going to cost us 200 chaos for every 20 maps we run. Let's defer our audience. That's a pretty good fracture, especially for a bone ring. It's 108 life. Let's price check here real quick. Bone ring base. 2 to 3 divs, yeah, we'll pick that up. Let's pick up the Perfect Judgmental Spirit and the Audience for a King. And we'll take cheap currency too. Let's go. An Omen of Brilliance. And there's nothing else, so we take the cheap stuff and leave. Okay, let's go. Okay, we got another Divine. Take this medium cluster with minion life. Let's take cheap stuff and leave. Okay, let's go. It's life jewel. Let's take cheap stuff and leave. Alright, let's go. Okay, so we'll take this crit strike multiplier, synth implicit jewel, and some cheap orbs, and we'll leave. Did not mean to take that omen. We'll just throw it on the floor. And yeah, let's go. Take the alterations. And there's nothing in this one really. So we'll take the blessed orb and the alteration. And yeah, let's go. Oh, and the binding. Okay, let's go. Got an omen of launching. We got an omen of a jeweler as well. Prime chaotic resonator. Take the Drox map. And we got a divine. Okay, we'll take the cheap stuff and leave. Alright, let's go. Max life jewel. We'll take this medium jewel. Okay, well, there's nothing else. We'll take the scouring, binding, and alteration. And then we'll get out of here. All exalted orbs. Well, we're not going to take those for 18,000 tribute. How much is that worth? Like 40 C? Yeah, let's defer them. Even that's like 2k. Okay, we'll take this jewel. We can exalt slam that. It's got attack speed for bows or with bows, damage over time multi, and max life, max energy shield. Okay, we'll defer the exalts again to lower the cost. Okay, well, it wasn't anything worthwhile here, so we'll actually take these 4 exalts. And 2 chaos orbs. So yeah, let's go. We'll quickly use one of these exalts on that jewel as well. And we got gain 2 mana per enemy hit with attacks. Not really worth it. Let's exalt slam that one. Max life jewel. 4 of the fortunate cards. There's nothing else worth anything, so we'll take the scouring and other useful orbs. I'm going to stop taking things like chromatics and stuff and these essences, because we're not going to use them. So yeah, let's go over here. Well, we'll take the augments too, I guess. Yeah, let's go over here. Attack speed 100 melee weapons. Not really ideal. Yeah, we'll just sell it for a few chaos. Oh well, we've got an Audience of a King. A single fortunate card. Another jewel that we can exalt slam. We'll take these alterations, bindings, and scourings. And let's leave. Okay, let's slam it. Transblock spell damage whilst holding a shield. Yeah, it's not worth 6 divines, but maybe I'll be able to get like 2 for it. Wealth and power. Should be like a divine and something. Yeah. And there's 2 of them, so we're going to defer and we'll pick it up later. Got a divination scarab of the cloister. Got another jewel that we can exalt slam. Another scarab of a cloister. Max energy shield jewel. Got a Drox map. And we'll take this medium cluster for traps and mines. Yeah, we'll take the binding, prism, and regret. Oh, and those fusings. And then we'll leave. Yes, exalt slam this. Increase attack speed of axes, don't really affect the value. Oh well. Got a scarab of a cloister. Right, we'll take the wealth and power cards. And the Hydra map. And some augments. And let's go. Got max energy shield. And there's nothing worthwhile, so we'll take the chaos and the Val orbs. Scouring alts. Alterations. And the augments. And that's everything. An Omen of Amelioration. Okay, so there's nothing else. We'll take the Alks, Fusions, Jeweler, and Augment. And let's go. Maxi Estral. An Omen of Brilliance. There's nothing else I want, so we'll take the crafting stuff. And I think that was it. Yep, let's get out of here. Maxi Estral. Another Maxi Estral. Scarab of the Cloister. Maxi Estral. And that's everything, so we'll take the Chaos and crafting stuff. And that's everything. An Abyss Scarab of Profound Depth. And there's nothing else, so we take the Annulment and all the other crafting stuff. Right, let's go. Well, again, there's nothing worthwhile. We'll take the Scarring and the other crafting currencies. Okay, let's go. Hey, Ritual 200, let's see if we get anything good. We got absolutely nothing. So we take these orbs. Right, let's go. Okay, so we got a 20 Chaos Seal. We sold one of our Crimson Jewels. Right, let's go sell our stuff. Right, let's claim our currency. Okay, so we've got 113 Divines, 1,777 Chaos, and we've got a bunch of stuff still selling. So yeah, I'm going to end this episode here, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!